everybody, Merry Christmas, and here is your, wanted to give you a look at your weekend forecast for your Christmas weekend, which unfortunately does not include the kind of weather we would be hoping for over Christmas weekend, in that travel will be slippery on Christmas Day, particularly, unfortunately not because we're getting snow, but because we're going to be getting sleet and actually mostly freezing rain. So here are a lot of details to come with that. Travel will be terrible all day, but let me get you into the forecast. We'll talk about what's going to happen over the next couple of days here as we head through the weekend. First of all, this morning, you can see a little bit of a dusting of snow that's come through over far southern sections of Vermont. Most of that sliding out to sea south of us. You can see it's cold to our north. We're really in the middle of a battleground here between the cold to our north and real warm to our south. We're in the mid to 30s and even some 40s here in southwestern Pennsylvania. And this battleground is what's setting the stage for our precipitation tonight into tomorrow. So Christmas Eve night into Christmas morning. And Christmas during the day. Unfortunately, we won't be quite so much on the cold side, and the warm air, not at the surface, but the warm air aloft will tend to win out with this storm. This pattern is really not good for winter weather for us in terms of being all snow. Basically, the pattern currently makes coastal development of a storm almost impossible. So hopefully we're kind of stuck in this pattern for a little bit going forward. So hopefully not too long, but right now, not the best forecast for winter weather enthusiasts and outdoor activities in the winter. So surface level, just to kind of give you an idea, the stuff that came through this morning is kind of this somewhat stalled out front and a little wave, a ripple of low pressure that's kind of riding along it that's causing a little bit of extra lift, which is why we're getting the snow here today, or the flurries really this morning. Our storm for tomorrow is kind of wrapped up. This storm isn't really going to shoot in our direction, but because another a little area of low pressure will kind of run along the front, but the front will move just a little bit further north, not so much at the surface, but aloft. Which will cause our temperatures above the surface to rise above freezing as we get into precipitation tomorrow, and that'll mean that we change what's snow now into sleet overnight, and then some freezing rain tomorrow. In terms of what to watch out for, basically, the details for tomorrow. So steady light precipitation starts again. So we'll have a break in precipitation now, but by around 3 a.m., I think tomorrow morning will be steady light precipitation for most of us. Start a little bit earlier over western parts of southern Vermont, so near Manchester, up to Rutland, down to Bennington, those areas. So maybe by 2 a.m. there. 3 a.m. to 3:30 maybe to get to the Connecticut River Valley, Springfield, up to West Lebanon, areas like that. So before we get into precipitation, starts, I think as sleet for the first couple of hours, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. roughly. This is going to be light precipitation, so it won't be a lot of sleet, but could start to get slippery on the roads. And then tomorrow during the day, 6 a.m., probably mostly till noon, but might linger, and we'll show you where it's going to linger. We're into some freezing rain, and then we finish off as kind of some drizzle and rain that'll end as flurries overnight, Christmas night into Sunday morning. So not a great forecast there. Temperatures rise above freezing west of the Green Mountains first. I think before noon, everybody west of the Green Mountains and even kind of along the spine of the Green Mountains, everybody's above freezing, and road conditions should pretty rapidly improve by mid-morning tomorrow. Where we could have some issues is kind of east of the Green Mountains. We could get 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of ice accumulation. That's not enough to really cause power outages. I don't think we'll see really any power outages from this. That's one good thing about the storm. Not really enough actually liquid equivalent to actually give us some serious issues. And main roads will be slippery before noon tomorrow or Christmas Day. Side roads could be stay slippery the longest, and particularly to the east of the Greens. So here's where it looks like I think we'll change, where freezing rain will linger. Oops, I got that on top, the wording on top of me, but that's all right. So freezing rain will continue basically along the Connecticut River. It tends to, the cold air gets stuck in the valley there and tends to linger a little bit longer. And you could include a few places I'm not quite able to draw with enough detail, but if you head up the West River, right along the river, you can see, not right at the river because it tends to be actually right along the river, some of that warm air that's above the non-frozen river tends to keep those places safe. But kind of the valleys in the West River Valley, and if you head up the Black River Valley, and certainly same thing as you head a little bit further north. Any of those little river valleys could see some lingering freezing rain, but mostly just along the Connecticut River. Even there, I don't think it'll be terrible once the roads get treated, because we're going to be up close to freezing, and this isn't going to be a significant icing event, just kind of a light icing event. But if you're traveling tomorrow, I would say before 10 a.m. west of the Greens and before noon east of the Greens, you want to be careful because you could run into some slippery roads, particularly side roads, and situation could change pretty quickly. So just drive with caution, even if it seems safe at the moment. Don't want to get in an accident on Christmas Day. In terms of your forecast, so the morning flurries and light snow is basically wrapping up now. Overnight, we're sleet, and we're in the low. We get down into the mid-20s, but then we're rising overnight. Tomorrow, we're up in the low 30s, just above freezing. We're not going to get much above freezing. Tomorrow's not a great day with freezing rain. Overnight, we've actually got a few showers, which will eventually taper to maybe some flurries. By around midnight, we're in the around 30. Sunday, we're back to more wintry kind of weather as high temperatures really don't move from where we are in the morning, and we see maybe even a peak of sun in the afternoon, and then overnight Sunday into Monday we are cold again, and as we head back down into the teens. Oops, let me take a quick look at your outdoor activities. Today's a pretty good day. Our roads aren't that bad. It will be cloudy, but you got a little bit of, at least it looks a little like we've had some snow, even if it's not really going to affect ski conditions. Tomorrow's not a great day. Travel will be a little difficult, particularly in the morning. Sunday's mostly cloudy, a bit of a recovery day for the skiers, but a pretty good ski day on Sunday. And it looks like the first couple days, at least Monday, looks like a good ski day before we get into our next chance of precipitation heading into next week. I'll be back on Monday morning early with a look at your work week forecast. As we head towards next week. I know a lot of you are in town and on vacation, ready to ski. So hopefully we're going to have some good days for that. And it does look like we get a couple chances for precipitation, whether that'll be snow or some wintry mix or rain. We'll have to wait and see. The pattern right now is very complicated to forecast out beyond a couple of days, and also not a great setup for snow, but not impossible to get some snow. So I'll update you on that. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I'd encourage you to do so, and because it helps make sure that you don't miss any of my forecasts. And if you'd like to support financially what we do here at the West River Weather Guy, you can follow the link below, and it will get you set up on my Patreon site, which is how people are able to support financially what we do. With that said, I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons who help support me here, and we'll see you on Monday with a look at your work week forecast.